What's up, guys? It's me Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Brandun Lee versus Samuel Teah, which will be a 10-rounder in the super lightweight division. And this fight is going to be Wednesday, March 10th, from the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. And this fight is going to be broadcasted on Showtime. And in this fight, it's going to be a good one. This is definitely going to be Brandun Lee's toughest test by far. And again, to his resume, he has a record of 21 wins, no defeats, with 19 big wins coming by way of knockout. That record is a really good one. And I would like to see him step up in competition, and this is exactly what we want to see. Because with a record like that, you're expected to be a world champion with that record, or expected to be a top contender. He's still seen as a prospect, and he's very young, and I would like to see him grow. And he's currently ranked number 83 by BoxRec, and that's where it shows, because a guy with that record should be ranked in the top 15, none less top 5. But his best wins come against Camilo Prieto, where he did win by knockout, and same against Jimmy Williams, who he also won via knockout early in the fight. And he's coming off a knockout win against Dakota Linger in December of 2020. And I saw that fight live. They broadcasted it on their prelims on YouTube. Showtime did. And, he looked decent. He was landing a lot of shots. Linger was just not, obviously, good opposition. He didn't really land anything on Brandun Lee, and it was just a showcase. It was basically like Brandun Lee showcasing his power, skill, and all that just for the fans to see who he is, because Dakota Linger just wasn't an opponent that was going to give him any threat at all. But to get into his opponent, Samuel Teah, he has a record of 17 wins, 3 defeats, with 1 draw and 7 wins coming by way of knockout. He's originally fighting out of Liberia, and he's currently ranked number 80 by BoxRec. And there's a difference here. This is one of the few times Brandun Lee has ever been the quote-unquote underdog on paper for this fight, as BoxRec actually has Samuel Teah number 80 to Brandun Lee number 83. And he's definitely not the underdog when it comes to betting odds. Like, even every other article, every other YouTube channel is predicting Brandun Lee to win this fight, including myself. I think Brandun Lee will win here. But in BoxRec, it definitely shows. BoxRec has Samuel Teah number 80 compared to Brandun Lee's number 83. So that definitely shows there. As I was saying before, the resume difference, I think Samuel Teah does have the better resume. But just to get into that resume, he has a majority decision loss to Luvisas Williams. Sorry if I'm saying his name incorrectly. He also has a split draw against Damon Brock. He has a majority decision loss to Montana Love, and a unanimous decision loss to Trayshawn Wiggins. But he actually has a very, very good win against former ESPN headliner Sonny Fredrickson. And that's actually a shocker. I've never really seen Samuel Teah fight before, but when I watched a few clips of him, he looks like a very dynamic fighter, good skill. He doesn't really have too much power, but he makes up for it in speed and head movement, and he's a very decent fighter, and I think he can give Brandun Lee problems. I do think this fight will go the distance, though, because most, if not all, of Samuel Teah's losses came by close decision, 2 of them being majority decision, 1 of them a close unanimous. So I would just love to see Brandun Lee go some rounds and get some experience against a tough guy like Samuel Teah, and an awkward fighter nonetheless. Brandun Lee is known for his power, pressure fighting, and speed, and I think it will show, as he's very young. He's been in the ring in the amateurs. I heard him calling out Ryan Garcia. I'm not sure if he fought Ryan Garcia in the amateurs, and that means he was around guys like Jaron Ennis, Ryan Garcia, as I said before, possibly even Devin Haney or Virgil Ortiz, and all those guys right now are succeeding, so I'd like to see Brandun Lee, a young 21-0 prospect, succeed, get his breakthrough, and fight a top contender in the future, and possibly fight for a world title and win one. But I think Brandun Lee will win here, as I said before, and I think he will win on points. Usually Brandun Lee is known for his knockout power, and most people are predicting that he'll get the knockout here, but I think this will go the full 10. I think Samuel Teah will pose some issues against Brandun Lee. I think he will win a few rounds, but I think Brandun Lee will win the majority. I think the most it'll be in favor of Samuel Teah will be 97-93, but that's in favor of Brandun Lee. So I think the most they'll give Samuel Teah is 3 rounds, and it's a big possibility that Samuel Teah could just try and awkwardly box with Brandun Lee and try and win a very close but sly decision. But I just think that Brandun Lee's pressure and power will be too much, and I think he'll just break Samuel Teah down and win a lopsided, unanimous decision. And the scorecards will likely be 97-93, 98-92, 99-91, if not 100-90, in favor of Brandun Lee to keep his unbeaten record and go up in the rankings. And yeah, that's really it. I'm going to be boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.